You're watching National Streaming Sports, over 20 podcasts, 70 shows, and a 3.5-star rating on Roku TV.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hey, as well you there, Clayton. Appreciate that. Smash that like button and share. I appreciate that. We are here. Very bright today. No, this is not Bronco orange. It's just a nice tie-dye Harley shirt that I've been wearing today. I didn't wear it a lot today, so I'll probably wear it tomorrow for my flight. So if you are going to be in Vegas tomorrow, where I'm going to be, you'll probably see me in this. Why not, right? Nice bright shirt to brighten up the days. We are on the National Streaming Sports Network. I don't know if you all caught the brand new advertisement that we had for that. The nice network. I've been with this network for several years. As you all know, many years ago, I had the you can't swear on the show. And I still try to do that. Good evening to you as well there, Sheila, aka China. I guess I wore out my welcome on Instagram because I had two people watching, Joe Romero and Chris Lentz, but now it looks like zero. That's okay. If you want to know what's going on the football game, literally, you basically just missed a tying Rams score where Matthew Stafford evaded the rush, actually ducked down, when guys were, tackling him, and he ducked down or under the would-be tacklers. Oh, see, they're already advertising the Black Friday game. Max Crosby against Patrick Mahomes. It was right on the screen for the prime game, that they show you, Black Friday game. Yeah, it'll be cold, and I'm going to be freezing my ass off in Fort Leavenworth, which is, pardon me, about 25, maybe 35 miles west of Kansas City. Yeah, it's west. Right across the Missouri, spelled correctly, or said correctly, river from Missouri to Kansas. And for me to go to that game, I would have to get on a flight on Thanksgiving night to get out there. Again, I will be out in Leavenworth, Kansas in late January, February for a couple of weeks, but at least I'm getting paid. I'm going to freeze my ass off, but at least get paid. I like this. Shipmate, we going to beat KC. I hope so. And I agree with this one. I agree with this one, and I'll get to you in a second on this. But New England Raider boosters, I think that's Jeff LaFontaine. We should be in all black uniforms for the Black Friday game. That would be cool. But of course, we're not. We will be in our whites because Kansas City will be in their home reds. That would be cool, though, if you can have like a black and red game. Of course, the NFL wouldn't allow it. I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, the colors are enough apart that, they couldn't say that, you couldn't tell who was who. Excuse me, I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that. Mundungus, my other Bronco fan, coming in on the YouTube. And again, we are on Instagram. Don't know if anybody is watching, but I am pushing on Instagram. I had 2 people watch, and then nothing. And there's 7 people here on this broadcast. We are on, again, Roku. We are on Twitch, of course, my YouTube, and 4 Facebook sites. Mine, my personal one, my Captain Jack Rackham, not the guy, but the Captain Jack Rackham page, the Elite Superfans page, and we're here. We're enjoying it. It's like you can watch Sam Darnold throw a ball into the dirt when he's being chased by 2 former Florida State terrors in Fisk and Jared Verse. Great draft that the Rams had. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to really comment on that, but Jared Verse and I can't remember what Fisk's first name was, played for Florida State last year. One of the reasons why they had they got their asses whooped in the bowl game, had an undefeated season. No, you were not good enough to go to a real game. And they were just, we already went through that. China says she's going to check the weather for the Black Friday game. I won't be going unless somebody's going to pay my ticket, get in the stadium, and my plane ticket there. I ain't doing it. And I'm saying this, and this is not because I am a pissed off fan. I kind of am. Unless I get some good news about a World Series game in LA next weekend. And we'll see. And if it doesn't cost me, a mortgage. But if there was World Series tickets available, I would forego going to Cincinnati, change my flight from Tampa to Kentucky. Yeah, ain't you fly into Kentucky? I've been to Cincy twice, I think. I'm remembering at least once I went to the game. I think twice. I think I've been to Cincy twice. But you fly into Kentucky. Ed's looking, leads $900, but good seats. If this comes true, then I will drop my. In fact, I'll just probably give my seat away, the front row seat, to a Raider fan. So I can't sell it. One thing I like about TickPick is that their prices aren't horrendous. The bad thing is that the sellers on TickPick, they don't have to give you your tickets until like the day before the event. That sucks. I can't even sell the tickets. That pisses me off. Kind of pisses me off, like I had that advertisement and it was on the graphic, like a ring around the rosy bullshit. Don't want to see that again. Ed's getting lid for some press box seats. Wow, that'd be awesome. Press box seats. Like I said, I would forego the Cincinnati game and go out to LA hang with my shipmate eventual. And just let me know, Ed, because obviously I'll have to make plans. I haven't packed for Vegas yet. I will do that after the show. I do know that when I go to the airport tomorrow, I'm going to stop by Firehouse Subs, get a nice sub, take it with me, and that'll be like my lunch on the plane. And this way I won't have to pay an arm and a leg for shit out in Vegas. But that's what's going on. Yep, nobody watching on Instagram. Oh well, they're fucking lost because we're gonna hang out here. Anna Diaz, thank you. I'm sorry. I salute to you. Permission to come aboard, obviously. And so we are here. We're here on YouTube. We're here on Roku, National Streaming Sports. I like that new advertisement for them. I really do. I'm hoping that Matt can make me another one because we used to have one. You're watching the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeastern. Yeah, I'll have to ask him because that worked out well. Max got that great gravelly type of like John Facenda voice. I have a face for radio as well. The voice is pretty good, but we'll see. But again, if you're here, thank you. I will let you know what's going on. Like I said, the Rams got the ball back. I don't know how they did, but yeah, they did tie it. I guess there was a punt because they're on their 12-yard line. Stafford looked good the last drive. Oh, he almost had a sack. There is a flag though. Stafford he almost fell down, which would have been a set down unless he got back up. I don't know who the white hat is. I know it's not John Hussey because I can't stand that motherfucker. Anyway, looking forward to Vegas. I will be literally limping into the stadium again because my mobility device has not been painted yet. One of the unfortunate things is that the guy that does my airbrushing had some issues with the hurricane as well. So he got behind schedule and wasn't able to finish it. So another game where I go to Vegas and I will be hoofing on hoofing. I didn't get a chance to come on the show. You didn't miss it, Shield, aka China. You didn't miss it. In fact, let me put this up. Don't worry, we didn't have a show on Tuesday, and I know that because Ed called me up and said, "Dude," well, he didn't say "dude," he said "shipmate." So I thought you were going to have a show on Tuesday. I said, "Yeah, I thought so too, but you know, it didn't happen." But great things next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, there will be a Raiders report card show. Next Tuesday. I confirmed that with Peggy because we were debating whether she was going to come on tonight or not, and she's got a lot going on, and she's on her way in business. And it's like I said, hey, can you come on tonight, or would you prefer next Tuesday? So next Tuesday, be here for a show where Miss Peggy is probably going to, without swearing, or not, without swearing as much as I do, talk about how horrible our Raiders have played for the last 3 games. Because remember, we've missed, because I was in Kansas for the Bronco game where the Raiders sucked. I was in Kansas for the Stiller game where the Raiders sucked. And I was just coming home for the Rams game, which the Raiders sucked. So she's got those 3 games, and depending upon the outcome of this Sunday, and Ed Winchell is on. He said, "We're going to win that game." I hope Ed's right. Ed, has anybody gotten their $750 from Hurricane Relief? Ed, tell me about it because I need some money. For those that haven't been paying attention, my house was damaged. Insurance is not going to pay for it. So I have to go to other sources to hopefully get some hurricane relief for my house damage because insurance doesn't pay for flooding. That sucks. But we'll see. Ed has another prediction. He predicts that the Raiders are going to win on Sunday. And I will say, like, say, you guys on Instagram, there are a few people on Instagram. Ed Tinoco, thank you. Juanito 621, J Diddy 187. Yeah, and thank you for that, partner. J Tinoco was saying that's terrible. Yeah, for the damage I had to the house. And so again, multifaceted. We're on Roku, and we're on YouTube, and we're on Facebook, and we're on Instagram. I'm doing it all, man. And I agree with this from Anna. Peggy does not hold back. And she does it without swearing. That's amazing. She does it without swearing. By the way, the Rams are punting. There is 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second quarter. And the Vikings have the ball. I don't see any flags about on their 44. Mitch, come on air. Yes. When I put the link up there, China, yeah, I definitely want to have some people on air. Because this show is a lot better when there's participation. There's only so much looking you can have at this bright. And I do like this shirt. That's one of the reasons why I bought it. This bright orange shirt. Let me make sure I'm not missing any major messages here on the phone. It's only 71%. I wanted to, as soon as it goes to 100, I'll make sure. Yep, nope, Instagram, nope. More bullshit. People like the video, which is cool. Thank you. And Oh, really? Jack Jones just died. The guy who sung the Love Boat song, not the cornerback who plays for the Raiders. I as soon as I said that, I need to realize I had to say it. Jack Jones, the singer, the guy who sang the Love Boat theme, dead at 86. Also, Ron Ely, who played Tarzan on TV, he died today too. Broncos wide receiver Josh Reynolds wounded in shooting. I'll have to read that later. I don't see anything else really. Not going to be eating any McDonald's burgers for a while. I don't eat onions anyway, so that just goes without saying. For those who know me, I don't do onions. Those who know me know that I have sweet Arnold Palmer's, and that's my drink. Other than Grand Marnier, when I'm drinking alcohol, of course, Grand Marnier. Sweet Arnold Palmer's, and my meals, no onions. Start for 4 different teams before 28 years old. Wow, first quarterback since 1950 to start for 4 different teams before turning 28. Sam Darnold. Jets, Panthers, Niners, Vikings. And he's a decent quarterback in the right system. So we'll see that. Melissa Scoob. Do I remember? Melissa, you're the I remember you. Yes, I was just gonna say that from Chicago at the Bears game. Yes, I do remember you. Nice young lady. I do remember you. Glad to see you. Hey, Sneaky G Man's here. Dude, what a person that is almost as pissed off as Raider Nation about how their team is doing. Do the Giants have more? Do the Giants have more? I don't know. I guess maybe Sneaky G Man might tell me. But yes, I do remember you, Melissa, from Chicago. Nice young lady. Thank you there, honey, for popping in. And let's get this win, Raiders. I agree, Mr. Tinoco. Hopefully, Sneaky G. Man, if Sneaky G can come in, I don't know. I know he normally does a show on Thursday. Maybe I can catch him before he does his show. And Sneaky G has a thing where on his show, you got to, and I don't do this, and people ask me, but that folks that go to the Sneaky G show said, do I have to say something before I leave the show? And I will say this. And ahoy to you as well, Dory. I'm just seeing this. Love me some Dory. On Sneaky G's show, you got to say when you leave, because Sneaky G is a Giants fan living in Dallas. That's kind of like a Raiders fan living in fake pirate territory, which you guys know me. But in order to leave the Sneaky G show, you got to say, let's go Giants. And I do it out of respect for in fact, I do it with vigor and vim and, enthusiasm. I just won't do it when, the Raiders are playing the Giants. And I told Sneaky that. I said, I won't do it during that. But anyway. Ken Clark from Palatka. Peggy Nan, I agree. I'm doing great. Are you ready for the World Series? Yes, Ken, we were just talking about that. If I get some tickets from my buddy, Ed Winchell, I won't be going to Cincinnati if it's game 6 and 7 because I will be in Vegas this weekend. So obviously it's got to go to game 6 in order to do that. But yeah, he's looking for some tickets. Maybe if we get some tickets for tomorrow, I might fly from Vegas to LA. Who knows? That would be cool. And I do look like a deadhead. Thank you. Asa, good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. If you get a chance, Captain, see the Eagles at the Sphere. I'd love to, man, but those tickets are more expensive than damn football tickets. I asked somebody when I was in the elevator next to the Alar when I was there the last time. I said, "How much were tickets?" They were saying like we had one ticket. It was like $1,500. Like, wow, I'd love to see the Eagles. And they had Glenn Fry's son is playing for his dad. So he's got that covered. I think Joe Walsh is there. I know they got was it Vince Gill is with the Eagles now too. Came over. That's cool. Always liked Vince Gill. Giants owner says no changes for 2 years. Sneaky, I don't know if you're still there, but you're going to suck for another 2 years then too. Big 714 joined and Raider Locks. Thank you for being here as well. And again, I will say this, and I'm going to show this again. Not the $750. I'm going to. Where is this? I know you have it up here somewhere. There we go. The gospel according to Ed Winchell. Other than hopefully getting us some great seats. The Raiders are going to shock the world and beat Kansas City. I hope that. I hope that's true. Anyway, I know China wants to come in. 325, third level, row 20. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, Raider Way. See, that's not bad. 325, third level. And you go to a concert to you go to the concert to enjoy the music. I know that when I saw was it Billy Joel and Elton John together last time in Tampa, I was like right above the stage, like right to the right side of and I could see down. I had great seats. So yeah, right away, that's not bad. I'd pay that. Added shows in April. Okay. I'd hit that. There's also a chick on TV. That was definitely subliminal. I'd hit that. So anyway, if you'd like to come into the show, and I'm going to get this done, I'm going to put up on the screen the thing. Ugh, good. Every freaking time I have a show, I yawn. It's not that I don't like y'all. There's usually long days that I have. So hit up the link. Come into the show. And we'll talk. Because again, it's better when, that's got to be a knuckleball, the way that was such a flat pitch. I was watching the screen. Hit it up. Game day delivered. Now it sees, man, that's a. Yeah, nah, come on, brother. You guys don't bore me. They just showed Russell Wilson throwing a touchdown last week. I didn't see that game. I didn't see that game, so you guys can tell me how he looked. But we're going to have a guest come in right away. She changed her camera angle. That's important. Yeah, there you go. You did that deliberately. I'm going to dime your ass out for that. Okay? I'm diming her out. She changed her camera angle. It was full titties. It was full titties just for me, and I love you for it, by the way. I love you for it, by the way.
I know I know I love you too. Your hair and your beard look like definitely butter. Reason why
Yeah.
I see the little thing I just put on there said China Richmond. If anybody that knows the show Coffee Talk, Mike Myers did that on their old SNL days. So everybody, welcome to Raiders Talk. My name is China Richmond. We got the wonderful Captain Jack over here.
No big whoop.
So yeah, no big whoop, exactly.
No big whoop. How you doing, darling?
Oh, I'm okay. It's still a little pissed off about the Raiders. 2-5, really? Come on now, really? That ain't. That's not our Raiders.
Yeah. Well, that is a big whoop, though. And the unfortunate thing is I laid, and Anna's here. By the way, I love Anna for doing this. By the way, we got great ladies in there. We have Anna in the audience. We got Dory in the audience. We got China here showing her titties. This is a great show. This is a great show. Well, without showing them, just some, some boobs without cleavage. How's that?
Okay, that sounds good. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's good. Okay,
the-
now. Well, I was gonna mention though, and I'm sorry to cut. The bet that I made, 7 wins. Oh, that's easy money, baby. Easy money. Not this year.
yeah, I gotta figure that already. But we still look like crap. Okay, now. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit clumped. Talk among yourselves.
You're doing that way too well. You're doing that way too well.
Hey, I've been watching Coffee Talk on YouTube. Okay, that was the first person that came to mind. All right, let me give y'all a topic. Tom Telesco. His name is Tom, but his last name ain't Telesco. Discuss.
Okay. Well, how do you feel? Because how do you feel about Tom's? I think he's done a good job so far with what he has to do because he's getting the pieces that he needs to. I mean, because we've got a lot of injuries, but the guys he's getting in there to play are not bad considering what he has to work with. And by the way, getting rid of Adams's contract and what the Raiders are going to have next year as far as cap money, it's going to be a lot of money going around to get some decent free agents. And left tackle, because I don't think our boy Miller is going to be around too much longer. He's not showing the what he has been in the past. I think we're going to have a new left tackle. I think our left guard is going to slide over to center. So you got JPJ at center starting next year. You get rid of the bad contract that you have with James. So you're going to need a new left tackle and 2 guards because I don't know if Parham's coming back, and Parham's a little light in the ass to be a guard. So he's probably seen Parham's last game as rare. Just my opinion, unless he gains a lot of weight, he's a little bit light in the ass to be playing guard. He's a shifty pulling guard type of in a zone offense, which what we're doing here. But I think that it's not what he needs to do. So I think that Parham probably goes to another team next year. Raider Voorhees, Larry Jr., 45, and Spam Biter. Join me on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Come on over to YouTube so I can see your things there. Yeah, and was it the Mr. LaFontaine said cap we have to play with is about 125 million next year. So that's money, baby. That's money, and it's the problem is going to be, will the word get out? Do people want to play for the Raiders? Do people want to play for the Raiders? And the people that are going to want to play for the Raiders are going to be talking to Raiders that are still here. which is why it's very important that Max Crosby stays. It's very important for Max Crosby to stay because Max Crosby is the lone Raider that has the pub, okay? He's the guy that's going to get people to come here, okay? And if he goes, this will be a back to worse than rebuilding. It'll be a rebuild of a rebuild. It'll be horrible. Nutty
I
Raider
believe
Nate,
it.
thank you for being here, and Capitan Rafucio's in here. But yeah, so what are your feelings? Now you see what we got. Do we? First off, are you like Ed Winchell? Do you think we're going to surprise the world and win on Sunday? Honestly, be honest.
I'm a little worried. I'm sorry, Cap, but I got to be honest. I'm going to be worried because with their refs, we can't. Yeah, after all the mess that was going on with all the other games with Kansas City, and I'm gonna let y'all know this. I'm not watching the game because if I hear one more thing about that little blonde what's her face over there, that's with Kelsey, done. But anyway, I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm very worried because they got some. Because I know Kansas City got something up their sleeve. I'm not, but I don't think we're ready because we may surprise them. I don't know. I mean, they may surprise me. I don't know. That's all. But with Kansas City, none of the. Every time I look at a Kansas City game, they ain't getting that one penalty. Everybody else is their opponents are getting penalties. They're not. They ain't calling. The refs ain't calling nothing. They ain't calling no penalty on Kansas City. If we can whoop we can whoop their ass. We can do that. But if we're gonna do a repeat, I hope to God we do a repeat. Thank you. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I don't. Forgive me.
You're for Klimt. I know.
Yeah, I'm very verklempt. I'm verklempt.
For those that don't know what that is, definitely need to bone in on your coffee talk, and you know what verklempt is. It's Yiddish. It's a Yiddish word. Okay, I'll just say that.
Y'all talk among yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, they said that Taylor Twitt has a mansion in Rhode Island. Well, of course, she's got a mansion anywhere she wants. By the way, for those that are caring, I think Darasau just went off the field. The tackle that we could have taken in the draft when we took Underwood, and Darasau was a very good college player, and he's still playing for the Vikings. He had an injury, was taken off. But no, we had to take Alex Leatherwood, Underwood, whoever the hell it was. And, so we fucked up there. We fucked up at various things. Chuck and Faye, the Adventures, how you doing? Good to see you. They joined me. New York Giants 19 joined. Come on over. Raiders locks, go get some O-line, guys. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Darasau was playing for the Raiders instead of Underwood? Leather strap? Okay, that sounds kinky. I'm just reading the IG stuff. I swear it was on IG. It's from Chuck and Faye, leather strap.
Oh, God.
It is. Seriously, go over to IG. Can't make this shit up. And I know you're verklempt.
Yeah, but okay. Now, let me bust out a topic. Luke Getzey, great OC or piece of shit? Discuss.
Piece of shit. Very easy discussion. Next discussion.
Okay. What the hell are we gonna do? Quarterback wise, what are we gonna do? We already signed up. We signed up a kid from from Arizona from their prep squad. He ain't even taken a snap yet.
But you know what? You know what that kid from Arizona can do? He already has a rapport with Trey Tucker because they were together at the University of Cincinnati Bearcats, and he threw him touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. He already has the rapport with him, kind of like that person that went to the Jets recently because he had a rapport with the quarterback. Wow, what an ass! I'm sorry. I'm watching this. I apologize. I'm watching this commercial, and I don't know who this blonde is, but she just threw all of her stuff. Yeah, it's a Levi. And I'm sorry, I had to say it. It's a Levi's commercial, and that chick was tits ass and everything, and that's what I love. Anyway, she was throwing her stuff in the laundry. But anyway,
really?
yeah. They go here. Nice buttons, baby. The one thing that Ritter has is that he has that rapport with Tucker, and he knows how to get him how to in an environment use him. He needs some time with the playbook. Okay, I hate keep saying this, but remember that fuck that plays for the fake Pirates, Baker Mayfield, had about 3 days worth of looking at a playbook before the Rams beat us the last time. Not last Sunday, but Baker Mayfield looked at a playbook for about 3 days and went out and beat us with the help of the officials, by the way. But if Desmond Ritter can get some plays together, I would say play him. Play him.
Yep.
He's got experience, and at least, he can throw the fucking ball. Baker Mayfield has had the experience for 3 days and beat the Raiders, and he's going to be better than Gardner Minshew. Yeah, I know he's going to be better than Gardner Minshew. There you go. Yeah. Go get a smoke there, Jeff. Jeff's going to go get a smoke and come back in. And I agree with Anna. Desmond Ritter, let him play. Maybe you're going to see him next week, most likely, and it's unfortunate that you don't see him this week.
Because Gardner Minshew is going to be starting. That's all. That's what's going on. That's what's going to happen. He's going to be starting, and he's going to be busting out more pick sixes than me sitting in traffic on 610 in Houston.
Yeah, and you know what? I know that that person who plays for the Kansas City Smugs, he's gonna do something, and he's gonna try to get as many touchdowns as he can over Jack Jones. He's gonna want to show up Jack Jones because the way Jack Jones showed him up on Christmas, that is one thing that he's going to try to do. Okay? The only way that he won't do that is if Mad Max gets after his ass and plants him. Because and you know what, Max? I'd take the 15-yard penalty. If you can plant that son of a bitch, like the old Raiders would take a 15-yard personal foul penalty because it got in the minds of the other quarterbacks and they weren't able to do shit for the rest of the game. Take a penalty. They're going to throw you. They're going to throw it anyway. And by the way, Mad Max is going to be held all fucking day.
But no holding call, no penalty, the whole 9 yards. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to piss me off. One of these days, I'm going to wind up. If I watch the game, guess what's going to happen? It's either I'll be chunking something on my TV or chunking something or breaking my phone, and they ain't going to be good. But I want to say this, and that did you heard that they just picked up DeAndre Hopkins from Tennessee?
Well, that's because Tennessee has no need for him because they're going in for a top draft pick, and maybe they're going after another quarterback, even though they've drafted 2 quarterbacks in the last couple drafts, and none of them have panned out. And they're going to go and try to go get the quarterbacks because Tennessee is trying to outsuck us. And getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins, who wasn't going to do anything for them other than taking their cap, you know. And of course, D-Hop wants to go to the Chiefs because he knows, hey, these guys are rigged to win another Super Bowl. And God knows, I hope it doesn't happen. But yeah, he knows where his bread is buttered. So we'll see that. But yeah, good for him. But he's not going to play a lot this weekend because maybe he'll be like the same thing I do with Ritter. They'll have like 4 or 5 plays for him that they're going to use him, and that's going to be his play. He's not going to play an excessive amount. You know, you need to worry about Worthy, that really fast kid, and Hardiman, who knows the playbook. That's who you need to worry about. And then, of course, there's that ass fuck Kelsey, who still – I remember this, what was it, the storyline when we played him on Monday night? He had 4 touchdowns, and he had less than 25 yards in total yards. 4 touchdowns with less than 25 yards of total yards. It was horrible. And we were up 17-0. We were up 17-0 that game, and it pisses me off. But I want to do it again. But one more, China, before you get so verklempt that you gotta, you know.
No, honey, I'm okay. I'm okay. The only thing is, I'm gonna tell everybody this. Radar, if you've seen all of my posts with Radar Dakota on the phone, she's been on the phone more times than me, trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Getsy. Because Getsy he's not. Our offense looks like shit. Yeah, that's what it is. Our offense look like the shit that she drops in the morning. But she's been trying to get a hold of them and saying, hey, what y'all doing with Getsy? Getsy's supposed to be gone. But y'all should have fired him 3 games ago. Because our offense still looked like shit.
Yeah.
The D-line looks good, but the offense still look like, really? What the fuck is this? And I know Madden's probably rolling in his grave right now saying the same fucking thing. This isn't the Raiders team. This isn't the Raiders team. I love the Raiders, don't get me wrong. But they need a better OC that can actually help them. That can actually get them to a game. Get them winning. Get them to the top. Don't get me wrong. Antonio Pierce, great guy. That's all. Yeah, he has a nice bald head. It's like butter. Yeah, it's like butter. That's all I gotta say. So does Max Crosby. Max Crosby got more tattoos than the Undertaker. Okay, but they're all like butter. But back to what I'm thinking. That's back to what I'm saying. We need an OC that actually can discipline the offensive line. Patrick Graham.
But see, that's the offensive line coach's job. I mean, Getsy's job is to have plays that actually work. Okay, the O-line problems are on the offensive line coach, a guy by the name of Clegg, who I believe was he was either with the Rams or the Niners last year. And he's a zone blocking offensive line coach. This is not a team that's made for zone blocking. And oh, by the way, if you are going to run zone blocking, you might want to give the ball to Madison more because he's a zone blocking running back, not Zeus White.
Exactly. There you go.
Common sense.
But
darling,
they don't.
I love having you on. I'm going to try to hopefully have some more people come in. My best to you and Danny, that foolish donkey dolphin fan.
Yeah, I've been saying a couple of words in Yiddish, Yiddish, Greek, and Italian all rolled in one.
That's a language. Yiddish, Greek, and Italian all in one. That definitely would make you verklempt.
Yeah, because he's over there He's over there rubbing that ugly orange jersey in my face, and that ugly blanket. He always sleeps.
I know.
Always sleeps with. Well, Chase loved my Raiders blanket until he decided to throw up on it the other night.
That's the other dog that likes to bite on my arms.
Yeah, well, he likes to bite. He likes to bite arms and hump you if you're not careful.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen while I was there, but my arms were a bleeding mess.
I do apologize.
Bleeding. No, well, I mean that's because he has very sharp teeth. Very sharp.
This is true. Yeah, he has sharp teeth and sharp claws. Okay, but he's a good kid. Dakota, she's all right.
Yeah, Dakota's Dakota. Yeah.
If anybody don't know who Dakota is, she's my service dog. She's a half husky and half Akita. And Chase, who's the four-legged baby of the family. He's a American Staffordshire Terrier who's about a year and a half old. But like I said, if you come to my house, watch him because he's gonna hump anything and everybody if you're not careful.
Yeah.
And also bite you too.
And bite you.
Actually, no, just use your arm.
You're freezing. Hey, before I let you go, when does Army lose a game?
Don't go there.
No, I'm just asking.
Don't go there.
No.
I don't know.
Because Army is undefeated. I think Navy is too.
Navy is too.
Yeah. So when and China, I have not looked at their schedules, either Navy or Army.
Okay.
So look at their schedule, and the next time you come in, you tell me who, if it hasn't happened yet, because I know that Army Navy is coming up. That's normally after Thanksgiving, correct?
No, it's 2 weeks after.
Yeah. So when nobody else is playing, Army does play Navy, and I'm going to see. Yeah, Spam Biter says Navy's like number 22. Oh yeah, Spam Biter says I live down in Dolphin territory. I will be at Hard Rock. Spam Biter, I'm letting you know, and I don't say this because I'm mad, although I am mad. I've had enough of Miami as a fan, and unless the Raiders start playing like a real football team, I'm not going to any away games other than the games that I already have tickets for. And by the way, if eventual gets me World Series tickets, I ain't going to Cincinnati. So that's one game I might not go to as well. And I got front row tickets for Cincinnati. And I do have front row tickets for Tampa, which is home. But every other game that's away, Miami, New Orleans, unless this team starts playing like a professional football team, like a team that actually wants to do something. By the way, Puka Nacua almost made a tremendous catch. I'm not going. I'm not wasting my money. I'll go to Vegas I'll go to Vegas for the rest of the games that I'm, supposed to go to because I've already got the season tickets. But I'm not going to any away games and be totally.
Oh God! Yeah, I know. But we're not going to be we're probably not with our financial situation right now. But Danny just got a new job now. We're probably not going to go because the way this team's been going, and the way this team's been going, I can't be full clamped anymore because I will break some.
I got you.
Because New Orleans, great city. They don't owe us anything besides trying to make us fat, but to make us fat and drunk. But I don't think I'm going. I don't even think we're going to be going with our situation. Try to put two dogs in a doggy hotel. It ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided not to even go. Especially with this team, like you said, especially with this team getting me more pissed off than anything.
Well, I'm gonna give you an out. I got Jeff LaFontaine of New England Raider Boosters backstage, ready to go. China, you take care of yourself down there, and we'll obviously look for all your weather reports. Thank you for thinking of me when I was basically unheard of for a while, and China was there to make sure that I was okay. And so again, people care about me, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being one of the ones that care about me. And so you take care of you and your dogs and Danny, the guy who has no fucking clue. Other than he's a Navy guy, which is good. He's a Navy guy. So you take care of it.
We'll be lucky if we go to Houston. We're going to be taking a drive to Houston next year.
Okay. Well, baby doll, take care and love those booby shots that you give me every time I come in here. There you go. Love those buttons, baby. Woo!
No, it said my nice button. No, that's why I said my nice button is out of order. So if you piss me off, you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but see, I love your buttons.
Thanks, Cap.
I love your buttons. Yes, he does.
Well, the only problem is he can't get anywhere near him because with the dogs right there.
Yeah, well, there you go. Be well, babe.
I will.
Go Army, beat Navy, my ass.
Yeah, go Army. Yes, go Army, beat Navy.
Nah. Go Navy. That's all I got to say. Go Navy, beat everybody.
Yeah, right.
I take care, baby.
I will. Okay.
Bye-bye. That's China. I love China. Bye-bye, honey. That's China. And when we do have China, okay, my beard is as white as yours. Oh, all right, Spam Biter. I sat in the black hole in Oakland. I miss not seeing the team. I was in Tokyo. Done. Oh, yeah, I remember that Tokyo game. That was when I was in the Philippines, I think. That was like in the late 80s, if I remember right, like the late 80s. So I remember that. I was in the Philippines when the Raiders played a preseason game in Tokyo. Oh, and Spam Biter is a Navy vet as well. Good to see you. Hey, I'm going to get Jeff LaFontaine on here right now. And I also am going to bring on, and I'm glad he's here, but I obviously have time for Jeff. We will be seeing Raider Squid hopefully come back. He was in the backstage. He was in the backstage for a little while, and he'll be coming in after Jeff's here. Jeff, how you doing there, brother? What's going on?
Good, and you, buddy? What's going on?
I'm good. And thank you there. Silas says you have a lot of people care about you. Thank you. I do say that, and I mean it wholeheartedly. It makes me feel good that people actually give a shit about this old fucker. So that does my heart good. So thank you there, Silab, and all the other folks as well. So Jeff, how you doing up there in New England, brother? What's going on?
Not too bad. Weather's been decent, actually. We've been hit the 80s the other day. So
wow.
I'll take that this time of year.
Yeah, fucking 80s in October? Jesus.
Yeah. So what's going on? How you been?
I've been okay. I've for those that might have been checking it out on Facebook, I got my old truck repainted, and it looks awesome as fuck. And so today I was out there with the other captain in the house. We were vacuuming and scrubbing the carpets, and I tried to put new covers over the leather seats because my leather seats are trashed. See, one of the worst parts about the truck is that the leather seats are AFU, but I put the covers on, and first off, they're Chinese fucking covers that I got for literally almost nothing, but they were ass. I couldn't so I got a truck that has the seat belt that comes down, and I noticed when I put my covers on there, by the way, and they were fucked up, that you couldn't use your seatbelt because the cover was over the seat.
It was over
And
the
I'm
opening
like,
for the seatbelt. Yeah.
So I'm like, well,
So it
fuck
must be a
this. And
Chevy then, right?
no, I got a Ford.
Because my Chevy
No,
was like that.
I
The
would never.
seatbelt, the top of the
I would.
seatbelt, right in the seat, right over your shoulder.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have a Chevy, brother.
So, yeah, I
No.
wouldn't have a Ford, but that's
Ford,
anyway.
Ford and Ram. Ford and Ram. That's what I have. My Rams are awesome too. But yeah, I'm not the Ford trucks. Ford trucks. I'm not going to say for Viet cars, but Ford trucks I swear by, and also my Ram I definitely swear by. But when it goes for other vehicles, yeah, I've had Chevy vehicles and they sucked. So
Yeah.
I'm very at it. I know you like them. Great, good for you. And people
Yeah, I've
have
had
their
Fords and
opinion.
I've had Chevys, so hit or miss.
Yeah, but what are you seeing, hey Jeff? Because it's been a while. Squid, I see. I'm going to bring Squid on after. I don't go nowhere, Squid. And by the
Well,
way, the House Hustlers on IG. Thank you for that, Jeff. What was the last time? What was the last game that you had a chance to bitch about? Was it the Steeler game?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was. I forget now.
Okay.
Well, I was outside having a cigarette. I had my phone with me, and I was still watching your show. And I'm sitting out there, and I'm getting all fired up because I'm listening to you guys talk. I'm like, I want to get on right now, but I got to hurry up and finish this so I can get in the house and get my shit set up. And I, the quarterback situation obviously it's complete trash all the way around. It's unfortunate
It's
AOC got
ass.
hurt. It sucks
Yes,
that he
yes.
went out that way.
If AOC 12 had not gotten hurt, I guarantee you we wouldn't have lost against the Rams.
Because
Guarantee it.
we only lost by 5 points. I mean, we were in it right to the very end.
Yeah.
Minshew, I cringe now. I thought it was going to be a good pickup at first. Like he would be that bridge gap quarterback to get us
Yeah.
time to get O'Connell up and running a little bit better. I mean, the kid only played like 6-7 games last year, so I mean, you really didn't get a chance to see him show anything. And now they bring in Ritter, and everybody, I see people talking online and posting things on different social media things, and they're like, "Oh, he's a good quarterback." I agree. He's not a bad quarterback. He was great in college. But your problem is, if you don't have a line that can protect him, it's for nothing. You're going to send him out there, and he's going to be damaged goods because he's just going to get beat up. We can't block anybody. And going up against KC this weekend, oh, forget it. The defense is just going to be in the backfield the way our offensive line been playing. It's just there's so many things that we need to address on this team, either throughout this season, in the off season, the draft. Everybody's like, "Oh, we need quarterbacks in the draft." The quarterbacks next year's draft class is not that great, and if you don't have the top pick again, you're not going to get who you really want. Just like last year. I mean, by the time it got to us at 13, we were screwed. Everything else was just I don't know. This is a game this weekend is a game that all the experts are picking KC to win. This is a game we have no right to even win, but this is a game we're going to win type of thing. Nobody's expecting us to do anything because we're just a mess right now. And I honestly stand behind this. I think we're going to win this weekend. I've just got this strong feeling about it. This season is going downhill so fast. It got off to a great start. Granted, yeah, we lost week 1, but to come out and show the game that we had against Baltimore and how Baltimore's played since they played us. Like, I wouldn't want to play Baltimore now. We played them at the right time.
Yeah.
To play them now, that's a tough team. They're only getting better now that Henry's had more time in the backfield and learning the system a little bit better. I mean, they're a good team. So we beat a good team, but we can't even beat the shitty teams that we're supposed to beat. So it's like, yeah, we beat Cleveland. And they're just trash now anyway. But
and we barely beat Cleveland. I was at that game.
And we could have lost
was
that one.
in doubt until the very last minute of the game because the Cleveland fans stayed until it was like 2 minutes to go, maybe. And then when they threw the incompletion on 4th down, game was over then. But it was at the very end of the fourth quarter. So we barely beat Cleveland. It was a great win, but yeah, we looked like ass against Carolina. That was horrible to watch. And then I didn't get a chance
That
to.
was disgusting. That game. That was gross.
I missed the Steelers game because again I was in Kansas City, or basically near Kansas City, getting paid. Much. Thank God. Yeah, I didn't miss much for the Steelers, and you know I only saw like basically, and not even all of the second half when we played the Donkeys, because they were playing such shit. I turned on the Phillies game because you know I'm gonna say that, hey, I'm gonna watch a Phillies game, right, for a playoff game over a Raiders game where they sucked ass. So I turned that game off, and now there is no baseball other than, you know, Yankees Dodgers, and you know obviously I'm rooting for a ticket. I don't care who wins, but I'm rooting for a ticket. Yay, ticket! You know, hopefully eventual can get a ticket for us. But you know, I have you know, the Raiders. I'm going to Vegas to see the Raider Nation. I'm going to Vegas to see people. If the Raiders can play a good game, that's a bonus.
That's a bonus.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, so for the whole experience. I get it, definitely. You know, it's just, I just, it's like there's nothing that shows promise or hope for the rest of the season at this point. I don't want us to tank. I hate it when people start talking about we should just tank for a better draft pick. That's you go tell Crosby to not show up and not play. You know, go talk to him. Go tell him that he's not giving it his all, you know, or don't give it your all, and you know, just take plays off. And that's not his style. He's going to play until the final whistle. You know, so when people start talking about we should tank for a better pick, why would you want to even do that? That's just a foolish comment, and those drive me nuts. Those comments. It's just like they're just digging for people to, you know, start conversations with that, and I hate that. I hate that comment so much.
Yeah, and now I'm going to ask you, because again, there's a little bit of background in the back between Ed Winchell and Asylum. Asylum says,
what Ed just put. We don't have to tank. We suck.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's true.
Ed Winchell says that AOC 12 and Minshew suck, and Asylum says we have a quarterback in Aiden O'Connell if he has the chance. And I agree with Asylum. If we had a healthy Aiden O'Connell, I would like our chances last week and this week and every other game coming in, because I like what Aiden O'Connell could do, but we're not going to have him for was it a month to 6 weeks?
Yeah,
and that's
4 to 6
okay.
Weeks,
so that's we're in week 8, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So basically, we might have him for the last month.
Yeah.
And I hope we have him for the last month, because that means that I'll see him in Tampa.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I want to see Aiden O'Connell beat the fucking fake Pirates in Tampa. Or if Desmond Ridder proves himself by then, I want to see Desmond Ridder beat the fucking fake Pirates in Tampa. So, and don't sleep on Desmond Ridder. Like I said, I know what he can do. Desmond Ridder was a more proven quarterback than AOC 12 in college. More proven.
Well, I just saw something. I think it was this morning. I saw something online about Ridder taking first team snaps today in practice, or yesterday in practice. Maybe it was today. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe they're going to get him in for some plays on Sunday. You know, I mean, because you got to think about it. With a kid like Ridder right now, the only real game tape they have is he played a couple of games when he was with Atlanta. But the only real game tape you're going to have to see what his playing style is any college stuff. But that's a whole totally different beast from the NFL. Mm-hmm. You know, it just, so, I mean, it could be it could be beneficial to put him in for a few plays and see what he does. And I mean, give the kid a shot at least. You know, what else have we got to lose at this point? You know, no, he's not going to start Asylum. I don't think he's going to stop, but I see them probably throwing him out there for a few plays just to throw the defense off, maybe. But with Getsy, probably just going to first down, run it up the middle, and get no yardage like he usually does on every goddamn first down. That drives me nuts too. It's just the play calling's horrible with this team. This offense just can't move. And then his scheme is set up for pocket passes. Well, that's great if you got an O-line that can block for you. You don't have an O-line that can block for you for your quarterback. That's worthless. You know, and even we don't throw enough screens either. I don't see us throwing enough screens. You can only throw to Brock Bowers so much. That kid's going to be destroyed by the end of the season. He's going to take a beating.
He better not, because he's my pick for a rookie of the year.
Yeah,
if they don't give it to Jaden Daniels.
Well, I mean, that
Brock
kid
Bowers has played to be the rookie of the year.
did
Sam Laporta win it last year? Because he had a hell of a year last year.
Was it him or Puka? I forget who won rookie last year.
I don't know who, but I know Sam Laporta. Yeah, Sam Laporta had a hell of a year. I know Puka did too. Yeah, but I mean, Brock Bowers should be the rookie of the year. Well, I said MVP. He's our MVP.
Oh, but, definitely.
Brock Bowers should definitely be the rookie of the year candidate. And Bowers is the best tight end in the NFL this year. I agree with that.
Yep.
He's better this year. He's better than Kelsey. This year, he's better than George Kittle.
There's a lot better than Kelsey. Kelsey's not doing much at all this year, but he hasn't played us yet. You know how we are with tight ends. We can't stop tight ends to save ourselves.
We haven't stopped the tight end since the 70s.
It's horrible. It's absolutely ridiculous how bad we are against tight ends. And not even good tight ends. Even some of the shitty tight ends still end up doing great against us. We make them all look like superstars. You know, but if we don't change things on the offensive side as far as the play calling, I mean, again, Brock Bowers I don't know how some defenses haven't double teamed him constantly. He's the only real threat we have on offense. You know, we didn't have Myers, for a couple of weeks, so he's still kind of not really back into his normal groove. But how teams aren't doubling up on Bowers is beyond me. You know, just like you would double up Gronk when you had the chance, but Gronk was just a beast. You know, unfortunately, living in New England, I had to deal with that for 20 years of dealing with the Patriots, but that's another story.
And actually, that's a great segue there, Jeff, because I'm looking over at my IG, and Spambiter, who is down in Miami way, he says, let me throw this out there. Now that Brady is on board and Richard Seymour is on board, do you think that this coming off season is going to be a few cosmetic changes that we need to concentrate on to make us better? I don't care what is done. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to throw up a little bit saying it. Okay? At least Richard Seymour played for us.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking that today too.
Yeah, Richard Seymour played for us, and he had that Raider mentality when he did play for us. I mean, I remember him wanting to clock Ben Roethlisberger and got kicked out of the game for it.
That was great. I love that day. That was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
So Richard Seymour is a Raider in thinking. And, nice breakup. Rams almost had a touchdown, but it was broken up at the last minute. But Tom Brady, yeah, I don't like Tom Brady, and people know that. And if I was ever given an opportunity to talk to him, I think that the Raiders would probably keep me away from him. But if they actually said, "Hey, you are able to talk to Tom Brady," I said, "Sir, I don't like you, and I haven't ever liked you since you went to the podium and lied your ass off that you knew it was a fumble."
Yeah.
And that's why I despise Tom Brady, is because of that. But I will say this: if Tom Brady and Richard Seymour can do something to make this team better, I'm all for that. All for that. Okay, and go do it then. Tom Brady keeps saying LFG. Let's fucking go. Okay, Tom. Let's see some of that. I think that Richard Seymour is definitely going to have some input on the defense. And I saw Seymour saying that there's no way in hell that we get rid of Max Crosby. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah.
If Tom Brady has some input that is helpful, great. Let's fucking see it. If Richard Seymour has input that is helpful, great. Let's see it. I don't care that they are, class, and I use class and with Brady, class in air quotes, people, I want to see something. And if they can do it, I'll be more than happy. I will actually kind of do what I did with the I hated the Tampa Bay Lightning. For years and years, I hated the Tampa Bay Lightning because they got my Flyers out of the playoffs the year that they won their first cup. They got rid of the Flyers,
Yeah.
And I was working for them, and I couldn't stand them. But I got a chance to actually, after a couple of years of working at my sports store, and I'm going to get you in a minute, Squid. At working at the sports store, I got a chance to talk to who their current captain is, which is Hedman. Great guy, very deserving to be the captain of the island of the Lightning. I almost said Islanders. I was thinking of fucking what's his nose, Jimmy Farrell. But he's the captain of the Lightning, and he's a great guy. And I got a chance to see and meet some of their players, so I kind of wasn't as such pissed off. By the way, great fucking touchdown by Robinson. Oh, there's a flag. Maybe it's offensive pass interference because he just it's either OPI or DPI, but it was a great catch. But anyway, I want to see something from Seymour. I want to see something from Brady. And if they can do something, great.
Well, I mean, the other thing, too, is with the percentage they own, how much of a voice are they going to have? Unless people just listen to them out of respect of their play time, when they were in the NFL and what that means to, the organization to help move it forward. And I agree with Seymour. I mean, there's a few players in the NFL that you look at them and you go, that guy should have been a Raider from day one. Seymour's one of them, I think. Seymour's a guy that should have been drafted by the Raiders type of thing. Like Romanowski should have been Raider from day one. I mean, he had that mentality right out of college, even in college. I mean, the guy was just ridiculous. There's certain players like that. Seymour was one of those that I felt, because, I mean, I got to see him all the time because it was always on TV around here living in New England. So Seymour was a hell of a player. We gave up a lot for him, but still. So it all depends on how much of a say they're going to have and how much their voice is actually going to be heard when they speak. I kind of think that Mark Davis has a good rapport with Brady, obviously, because he's already part owner of the Aces, so he's already involved with Mark Davis a lot there. So hopefully maybe that funnels over to this and put us in the right direction. Just don't get Belichick involved. I don't want Belichick anywhere near this team.
Exactly. I don't want Belichick near this team.
His time has come. He's done. Let him go coach some shitty ass team. Let him go to Cleveland. Go to Cleveland again. There you go. Send him back to Cleveland. Just don't let him involved. I know I've heard things that they're saying that he was supposed to be with the team this week, hanging around with Brady. Stay away from us.
I didn't hear that. Thank God I didn't hear that. I would have thrown up, and it wouldn't have just been in my mouth. It would have been full projectile vomiting.
Yeah, stay far away. Don't. I mean, it failed with McDaniels, who I think was a shitty coach to begin with before we even hired him. That was a worthless hire. Was AP the right hire? I honestly don't think so. I think,
but he was the right hire at the time.
At the time, but again,
he was the right hire at the time. Yeah,
because of the way the season ended. I mean, it made you have hope going into this year, and then the season comes, and we're right back to scratching our heads again, going, "What's going on?" We shall see what happens this weekend. I don't care as long as they snap Mahomes in half.
From your mouth to the gods of the NFL's ears. Let it happen. Hey, by the way, Jeff, have you ever had a chance to hang out with Squid, Raider Squid? He's a buddy of mine as well.
No.
That's his getup. I
What's
wanted
going
to
on?
bring him on here as well. Hey, Squid, Jeff of New England Raider Boosters. Jeff, this is Squid. How you guys doing? Go ahead and
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, man?
I'm proud of you, Captain, for saying the right thing about Tom Brady, because I get I've known you long enough for your hatred for him, but it to me ties with my hatred for. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it, call it hatred. Dislike for Devontae. I am not a fan of the player. As much as I love Max Crosby and I like fucking Brock Bowers, I'm a Raider fan. That's silver and black and nothing. Not personal. I want them to do well, obviously, and I fucking love Max. But if you told me that Joe Schmo comes in and wins me games and he's the best defensive end of the game, that's who I want. I don't care. Never have. Never will. Maybe it's just the like root of Al Davis and the fucking nothing's bigger than the shield, and that's just kind of my basic mentality behind it. So with the whole, I was on Angela For Life show talking about it literally Sunday before or Monday before he left. I was like, I don't care. I just don't. I was over his fucking bullshit and drama, and the conversation I've had multiple times with, is he really a Raider? I'm like, like he came to play with his best friend.
Yeah,
And I
he's a
get
new
it.
age diva. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you want to win a ring, I got it. You deserve it, etc. It's whatever. You're gone, and that's kind of how I felt. The same thing with Tom Brady coming in. Like, as much as I get it, I fucking hate the man too. I got to poke fun of him years ago with I was on a radio show with actually old legendary Raiders, not Raiders, Rams running back Eric Dickerson was actually on the boat, and anyways, came on. You know, they do the shows with the Navy and stuff, and Tom Brady came on, and I asked, "Can I ask him if he followed with Eric Dickerson?" Was like, "No, you're not allowed." I'm like, "Man, okay." So I asked him, "What was the hardest hit?" After introducing myself and saying I'm a Raider fan, I said, "What's the hardest hit you ever received other than Charles Woodson?" To this day, I have no idea what he said because I didn't really care. I just needed to point that out. He got a laugh out of it. But I just want to win, and I think that's what I am with the whole Brady thing. If that's who it fucking takes to come in and fix this thing, so be it. Like, I can set my ego aside and my hatred and just win.
But I think I might have said this to Cat last time I was on with him. You know, I'm not a young kid. You know, I'm in my 50s. Last time we won a Super Bowl, I was 14 fucking years old. So it's been 40 years since I've seen us win a Super Bowl. And I'm actually starting to get to the point where I'm committing to the fact that I'm probably never going to see them win another one at this rate. I mean, I've already gone 40 years since the last one. How much longer am I going to go before we possibly make it to another one and win it? You know, it was great that we made it to the one when we played Tampa, but that's another whole discussion. You know, so it's like, it's been basically, for me, it's been 40 years of just watching this team try and put it together and then fail year after year, especially the last 20 years. You know, since that last time we went to the Super Bowl, it's just been trash. You know, we've had some highs, we've had some lows, but Jesus, and I think who's the Ed just said it. Yeah, I agree with him. You know, Mark Davis probably needs to separate himself from the team, but I don't think his mom's going to let him do it.
The crazy part about that is
his mom, while his mother is alive, because remember, folks, Mark Davis does not own the team.
No, she does.
Carol Davis owns the team. Please remember that. Okay.
Yep.
Mark Davis is Trelane in the old Star Trek episode. He's the kid that gets to play with the planets and the people and the humans. Okay. He's playing. Okay. And Spambider says, I'm 68. I don't have too many more years. And I agree. And here's the thing. When the Raiders last won a Super Bowl, I had graduated high school and I was a freshman in college. And I got thrown in the lake at the University of Florida because it was a bunch of Miami fans, and they said that the Raiders were going to get their asses kicked by the Redskins because the Redskins the previous year kicked Miami's ass, and those fuckers were in their rooms by halftime. especially right after Jack Squirick got that interception, made
Yeah.
Jack rest in peace, by the way. Right after that, they were in their rooms because they didn't want to have nothing to do with me in that main room of University of Florida talking my shit to how the Redskins were getting their ass kicked, okay? That was the last. I was a freshman in college, folks. So Ed says no Super Bowl. Hey, the Cowboys won't sniff a Super Bowl until anybody who's named Jones is not associated with that team. Same thing goes.
Yeah.
Same thing goes. Jerry
Oh,
Jones and his fucking bullshit as well.
Jerry Jones is like, yeah. How do I want to put this? He's
Don't
pretty
hold
much
back.
modeled. He's pretty much modeled from when he took over everything that Al Davis did, or he tried to, I should say.
Right.
I mean, because they were good friends, so he
Yes.
tried to emulate what he did. You know, what Davis did, which it did work for a few years, but that sustainability to keep it going from year to year after their Super Bowl years has just been a disaster for them too.
He's
So, I
literally
mean-
been in the scene now that we got to unfortunately see with Al at the end.
Yeah,
Again, nothing disrespect to Al. Everybody knows the great individual and the man that he was.
Oh,
But we
God,
all
yeah.
admit that the last 10 years were rough. And that's exactly what you're seeing with him.
Yeah.
100%. And the whole,
Yeah.
the Davis family won't sell the team because it's too much money coming in. If you look at it,
that was his whole reason for
financial.
moving to Vegas. I mean,
Yeah, it
money
just
wise
makes,
and business wise, it was a smart move for him. I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny that, but it wasn't a good move for the fan base. Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
but like, and then I mean, Captain touched on it too. The whole, I mean, I was out for the past couple of weeks, so it was kind of nice not being able to see games and just sitting refresh on my computer. Like, oh fuck, we suck. Cool, we're on the inside the red zone. We're beating, and then I see they score. I'm like, what? This dumbass throw a pick six. That's how I found out he threw a fucking pick six. Was I hit refresh and the score changed, and I was like, this fucking dumbass. Like it was kind of nice. It's peaceful. Like I don't have to sit here and stress out because I can't watch games.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but it's pain. And now the whole half the reason I care is just it's the fan base thing. The trip to New Orleans is going to be me and wife unpack. It's New Orleans. We're going to go do all our own thing, and then look, there's a Raider game. Cool. I'm gonna go do it and all that. And I'm excited. There's a lot of Saints fans that or not a lot, but a handful of them I want to go meet and interact with. I've been talking to one of them. Where's the fighter pilot, whatever helmet. So seems like a solid human. Talked to him a few times offline. So
Yeah.
In New Orleans, yeah,
In New Orleans.
great fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. We took pictures the last time we were in New Orleans when Derek Carr could not go across the 50-yard line and we lost 33-0. Oh, I'm sorry, was that too soon? Yeah, but yeah, that was great guy, great fan.
gonna be interesting. He's gonna be coming back around that time, and oh fuck, I'm hoping Mac gets a couple of sacks on him.
Oh yeah,
Makes him fumble.
oh yeah.
Just, but it is what it is. But I gotta jump off, so I just want to jump in for a second. I'll talk to you later. All right, Captain. Nice talking to you. Nice meeting you, bro.
Hey.
Later, man. Nice meeting you.
Squid,
Yep.
I'm glad you came in. I'm sorry, I wanted to make sure everything was good. But hey, take care. Good. And if you're going to New Orleans, I might readjust my schedule.
We're booked. Flights, rooms, tickets to the game. We're going. So
Yeah.
all right, Cap. I'll talk to you later. Man.
Take care, brother.
Later, man.
Navy Chief, Navy Pride. That's my buddy Squid.
Nice.
KCX Factor is over there on IG. Good to see you there, brother. And for those you guys know who KCX Factor is. He's the gentleman that has it's not a cheese head, it's a arrowhead head from Kansas
Yeah, I
City.
think I've seen that.
Yeah, good to see you there, brother, and take care. And again, we have everybody over here. KC, come on over to YouTube as well. And we got some other people here. Washington as the OC and quarterback we wanted. Yes, but here's the other thing. And I keep telling people this, and Jeff, I'm sure you will prompt to come in. We wanted Cliff Kingsbury, but he was told in no uncertain terms, said, The Raiders are not jumping up to number 1. They're not jumping up to number 2. And he says, thank you, I will go elsewhere.
Yep.
So it's kind of like when Cartman takes his football and goes home from South Park, or that Lucy takes the football away in Peanuts. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, he wasn't going to get what he wanted, and so he said, "Okay, I'm going to go out." Well, good for him. He didn't want it.
Well, not only that, I mean, he looked at what we had to offer him to work with, and he's like, "You kidding me?" It would have been nice to have him.
Casey said he's wearing a cheese head now. Oh, okay. So he's wearing a cheese head that I'm sure is painted. I'm sure it's painted red. But yeah, good to see you there, Casey, over there. Come on over, folks. If you're over there on Instagram, thank you for being here. Come on over. I saw Doris was over there. Doris is my Viking lady. Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping that things are better there, brother. Yeah, Casey's talking to me about IG. But again, here's the thing. He didn't get what he wanted, and so he left. And so our prize, our consolation prize, was Luke Getsy. Okay, guys, we fucked up.
Yeah.
We fucked up. We got Luke Getsy, and he sucks. And that's just the way it is. And Casey says, go Chiefs. Brother, you take care as well. I'm glad to see X Factor came in here. But good. Like I said, can't root for your team, brother. You know that. He says go Chiefs. But again, go Raiders. But he's a good guy. And Asylum says hello to you as well, Casey. Asylum, the Raider guy who lives in Missouri or Kansas. He lives over there where I'm at, but he says hello to you as well.
Now,
yeah.
Cap, were you living in Tampa when we played in the Super Bowl against the Bucks?
No, I was. Well, let me see. Technically, I was living in Tampa, but I wasn't living in Tampa. I had bought my house here, but I wasn't here. I was still up in Virginia on a set of orders because I was a geographic bachelor. So my house was here. Yeah. I bought it in 2000, but I was still stationed in Virginia. So I remember that Super Bowl. I watched it at I can't remember. It was like one of those it was like a sports bar barbecue place in Virginia Beach. And I almost got arrested. I will say that. I almost got arrested. It was because one of my push button issues is ignorance. And there was a guy with a Keenan McCardell, and he ate us for lunch in the Super Bowl. But it was a Keenan McCardell Jaguars jersey, not even a Bucks jersey.
Oh, wow.
It was a Jaguars Keenan McCardell jersey, and I said, "Dude, you don't even have the right jersey on." And so he was jawing at me, and we almost came to blows. We almost came to blows, and because of that, I was almost arrested. But I did get a chance to see the Super Bowl, the entire Super Bowl. I didn't like the results of the entire Super Bowl, but I did stay at the bar. And he broke my Raider mug, or in a scuffle, he broke my Raider mug.
I would hit him just for that.
Yeah, KC says, okay, well, we were wondering where you were there, brother. You said KC spent 9 months in jail. So I hope things are better, brother. I hope things are better for you as well.
No, the reason I asked you about the Tampa living situation was I was wondering if you lived there when we lost and how it was living around that area at the time, because I know what it was like to be around here when we would play New England during their heyday, like after the Tuck Rule game. That was not fun.
Let's put it this way. After that game, not immediately afterwards, but after that game, when I came down to Tampa, and there were Buccaneers fans, that were around that saw that I had a Raider vehicle. I had somebody put a knife and ditch and carved out a portion of my hood because it, you know, and what it said, like I don't know if they did like a shield and then say, and they couldn't even say SUX. They said like the shield sucks. I've had Tampa. I've had Tampa
the
fans.
Dumbest thing. That's just the dumbest thing someone could do. It if they won.
Yeah,
they won. What are you pissed at him for, or you? You know, I could see if we beat you and we beat your ass in the Super Bowl, and you see somebody with a Raiders vehicle and you want to try and do something to it. I kind of understand that because you're pissed off. But you won. What are you pissed at? Why are you damaging someone else's shit?
Yeah,
people.
I tell you this, Chef, and you, like I said, you live up there in New England, but the fans in Florida are the worst fans in the NFL. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
They are the worst fans in the NFL. They're kind of like new Northeast fans.
Well, the snowbirds.
Because there's a lot of transplants, and they're mostly all ignorant.
Yeah.
And their bandwagon is shit. You ask a Buccaneers fan who the quarterback was before Tom Brady, they couldn't tell you.
No.
They couldn't tell you.
You ask them, well, not them. My favorite thing was when people would talk about the Patriots when they started winning and having their good seasons. All these, because for years the Patriots were shit, and all these new fans would come out of the woodwork and everything, and it's like you don't even know who they were before this, you know, other than they were the local team. I'm like, do you even know who was your coach before so and so? And people, I said, one of my favorite things was asking them, do you know that at one point your team would only had one win in a season? Do you know who the coach was during that time frame? Oh no, I don't know the history of the team. Well, that's number one, your problem right there. You know, It was Rod Ruff. Even I know that, and I'm not a Pats fan. You know the history of your team. Yeah, the Raiders were around 10 years before I was even born, but I know the history of the team.
Thank you.
I know about the team prior to me even existing in this world. You know, so it's like people that are fans of a team, they're just bandwagons for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it just
and
sometimes
I will say that, and KC it brings up Big Nasty, who is a Bucks fan that is actually, he's retired now too as a super fan. He retired like a year or two ago, so he doesn't go in his getup. He used to have like the big, kind of like the rhinoceros horn.
Yeah.
In the hat. Great guy, and Keith is a great guy. So, here it is that you know, he is a true fan that actually knows about his team, but most fans of Florida teams, they're bandwagon, stupid, fucking ignorant people.
Yeah.
So
that's like being up here in New England when Brady left the Patriots and went to Tampa Bay. You have no idea how many Tampa Bay jerseys we're seeing up here. And then those stupid split jerseys where it's half Patriots, half Tampa Bay. I hated those things. I just wish I could rip them off of people and not get arrested for it. But the amount of people that just stopped following the Patriots because Tom Brady left the team and all of a sudden became Tampa Bay Bucks fans. And then when they won the Super Bowl, they're like, "Oh, we won a Super Bowl." I'm like, "Are you shitting me? A year ago, you were a Pats fan. Now all of a sudden, you're a Buccaneers fan." There's no loyalty with some people. Which is what I love about Raider fans. As bad as we are, as horrible as it gets, and the decisions that are made with this team, the fans don't waver. You know, you probably have a few here and there that leave, but we don't just go with the wind and move on to another team. Like, oh, KC's playing great, I'm going to stop following them now. They've won 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 years. You know, and somebody just said it too, how irrelevant KC was prior to, like 6 years ago, and it's true. They were a shit bum team, and now they're just what they are. I couldn't even imagine living in Kansas City. right now. Living around that team as a Raider fan, that would drive me nuts. I couldn't do it.
KCX is talking about why is the stadium all other fans. I'm going to tell you, because he's talking about Vegas. I'm going to tell you that.
Oh, that's easy.
Why? It's first off, it's because the Raiders do not have a quality product out there. Their ticket prices are so high that the fans who have tickets, and I am not one of them, sell their tickets to anybody just to make money to pay for their tickets. And because the Raiders have a shit product on the field, they're not going to the games. They're not going to the games. So that's why. That's why. And X saying, I miss going to Oakland. The first time I met X was when Raider Ron and myself and X were at Ricky's bar in San Leandro. And by the way, you're talking about somebody that.
Which Raider Ron?
Yeah.
Rickard, yeah. Oh, dude, he was awesome.
Yeah, Raider Ron Rickard, the general. Loved him.
Yeah.
We met, we had KCX was there with the other guy, and I can't remember his name, but he was another Kansas City fan who wore a leotard, balls and all. He was like he had a leotard, a Kansas City Chief leotard, but that was his persona, right? So we're sitting in Ricky's. It's Ron Rickard and I and KCX and the other gentleman. And he even says, rest in peace, Raider Ron, because he knows he's a great guy.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why Vegas is not Oakland, it's not Oakland. Big Cat Stoner, that's what his name was. He's talking to me. Big Cat Stoner. Great guy, John Stoner. And he wore a fucking leotard, balls and all. You can see his dick and balls through that red piece of shit leotard. It's funny. And he's a big dude, right? But that was his deal as a Kansas City fan. But we would have a ball and they would come out and Ron would get with the super fans of the other teams and bring them over to the tailgate, whatnot. We had a ball with them, but there was all at Oakland. It was all Oakland and a few fans of other teams. And you don't have that in Vegas until you have a good product and the Raider fans that have the tickets will stop selling their tickets. And I'm very proud to say that when I sold my Steelers tickets, I sold them to a Raider fan. So I didn't have to worry. Right. I didn't have to worry about some other remember Kitty on the front and back. Yeah. he had a Stoner, John Stoner. He's talking about the guy with the leotard. By the way, the Rams just scored another touchdown. They're beating the Vikings now. Looks like it's going to be 28 in a minute.
20. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be 28. But good guys. And
that's the second one for Robinson.
Yeah. So, again, I tell you, the losing to the Rams, and we gave that fucking game away, Jeff. Didn't we? We gave that fucking game away. We were within 5. And we had fucking Gardner Minshew gave the fucking game away. 3 interceptions and a fumble 6, right?
Yep.
Gave that fucking game away. And by the way, when I was talking about Tampa Bay fans had no clue who the quarterback was before Brady. And again, there are people know that Drew Bledsoe was the quarterback for the Pats before Brady took over because what was Marvin? Not Ray Lewis. The fucking linebacker from the Jets knocked his ass out. I can't remember his name.
Was it Mo Lewis?
I knew there was Lewis. Yeah, it was Lewis, right?
Ruptured his spleen or something. Punctured his kidney or his spleen or.
Yeah, fucking knocked his ass out. And that's why Tom Brady ascended to that position. But, Patriots fans, most of them, they don't remember that. Or you talk and Bucs fans, they don't remember there was fucking Freeman. Guy's name was Freeman. That was the quarterback before Brady because he sucked. I had to kick him out of. Well, actually, I didn't allow him into a bar when I was a bouncer in Tampa for St. Patrick's Day. He gave me the. Do you know who I am? And I'm like, no. I didn't know who the fuck he was. Just some young cocky kid waiting at the front door, like he owned the place, and I wouldn't let him in. Of course, now the owner said, "Yeah, Chief. Chief is my name that I go by when I was bouncing because I'm a retired Navy chief. Yeah, Chief, he needs to come in." But he was a cocky son of a bitch, and he sucked. But he was the quarterback before Tom Brady took over for the Patriots. And he's saying that fuck Marshall Brady. There you go.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so yeah, KCX is good people. But yeah, and so I'm talking about they're people that don't know. People that don't know. But yeah, great memories in Oakland. And until the Raiders have a good product on the field, there's going to be fans of the other team that's going to be at least 1/3 of that stadium, and at times probably 3/4 to 80%. And there's going to be a shit ton of red in that stadium this weekend because Kansas City has a great product, and their fans will travel
People
to
want
see
to see
that
them.
great product.
Yeah.
Yes,
And you kidding me? Plus, it's a destination city, so it's like, hey, I'm
exactly.
gonna go to Vegas for the weekend, and oh yeah, well I'm there. I'm gonna go watch so and so play this weekend. So I said this before when they first announced that they were going to be going to Vegas. I said that this is a bad move. I said because once they get everything established in there, I said these casinos are going to buy up these tickets too, because they're doing package deals too. I guarantee they're doing package deals. So the casinos are bringing in people, comping shit to them, like tickets to the game. So they just so happen to be Philadelphia fans. So they cater towards the Philadelphia fans as, hey, listen, we got this great trip set up. We'll give you free tickets to the game. You can go watch them play in this nice brand new stadium. Everything's on us. Go have fun. And now it's just getting to the point now that the Raider fans aren't showing up for the game, like you said, and they're selling their tickets. I mean, like the game against the Steelers, that was insane. Now, I've seen the terrible towels in Oakland before, but not to that extent. I mean, that looked like an away game for us against the Steelers. That was pathetic,
Yeah.
But then it's also the same thing for us when we go to LA and play the Chargers or the Chokers and the Goats. When we go and play them, more than 50% of that stadium ends up being black, not blue. It's
Exactly.
the same thing because the following in LA is just so huge. The Chargers don't have a big following in LA.
No.
Even before they moved into the stadium, when they came up
LA is Raider territory, no matter who it is. By the way, Jeff, I'm going to give you some positive. KCX says, "Who is this man, Captain? He is good, knows his fucking shit." So he gave you some props.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, Jeff LaFontaine of the New England Raider Boosters X, and I miss San Diego. Is what he said. I miss San Diego too because that was still an Oakland home game. It was still an Oakland home game. Yeah.
Yep. Anything in California. Because, think about it. Even when they were in LA, now I've been to California before, back in 83 and 84. So, I mean, I know how the state's set up and everything. I mean, it's no big deal for people to go from LA to San Diego to go watch a game. Wasn't it towards the end of the time that San Diego was still playing there that they were telling people don't sell tickets to Raider fans, or they weren't allowing Raider fans to buy tickets? Which, I mean, I get it if you're a Chargers fan or the Chargers organization, because last thing you want is a home game and it's all the other team's fans, So it's like, people don't mind going 2 or 3 hours to drive from LA to San Diego to go watch the game.
Well, the thing is with the Charger tickets, if you weren't a season ticket member, if you bought the Raider tickets, you had to buy 2 other games. You had to buy the Raiders-Chargers game and 2 other games in order to secure.
Yeah, so they really
Chargers game.
Yeah, they screwed you over.
And you know what? Raiders fans said, okay, they buy it just for the Raiders ticket, and they would sell the other 2 tickets. Yeah. They didn't care. They didn't care.
And I'm sure the tickets weren't expensive either because the Chargers have just been crap all along anyway. So
yeah.
But like getting back to the Chargers, when they finally left San Diego and came up to LA, they were playing in that half-ass soccer stadium. That held what, like 30-something thousand people? They couldn't even sell that out. They couldn't even
Yeah.
sell a 30-seat stadium, a 30,000-seat stadium. What makes you think they're going to sell out at SoFi? Which they don't, because again, it's the opposing team's fans that are coming in. You know, plus
Right.
people in LA just want to go to a game. You know, so it's just it
I bought.
boggles my mind sometimes on the moves that teams make. You know, like San Diego should have stayed in San Diego. You
And
know, I don't
I
know
tell
why
you,
they came up. I don't
if
know why they came up.
San Diego gets a new stadium and somebody can buy the team from Spanos, they will thrive in San Diego. The
Yeah, but what
Chargers
type
will
of commitment?
thrive in San Diego.
But what kind
Yeah,
of commitment do
because
they have at
they
SoFi though?
well, I
Like they
don't
must have
know.
a
I don't
long-term
know.
lease with that. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, they would have to get out of that lease being in that stadium because they don't own that stadium.
No, they don't. And
You
that
know, they're
was
just,
one of the yeah, that was one of the reasons why the owner was a Kroenke did not want the Raiders there because he knew that the Raiders were going to outclass or just outdo everything of what the Rams were doing. It would be again, it would just be our home stadium. And as Casey was talking about the Sparklers super fans, you guys called them Sparklers. J Rock and the other gal Jen, I can't remember, or Jessica, sorry. They were at the very last two fans that they showed on the ESPN Plus game. I know J Rock. He's the guy that kind of looks like with the shoulder pads and the
yeah.
helmet. Great guy, really good guy. And Jessica was with him. I know them, and that's about it for Charger fans. It really
The
is. That's
Tijuana
about it.
Sparkly.
Yeah, the Tijuana. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got a buddy of mine. I got a
yeah.
buddy of mine that's a huge Chargers fan, and he's a Kansas City Royals fan. I don't get that one, but anyway. But yeah, he's a huge Chargers fan too. No,
I had
obviously
no
we bust each other. We bust out each other's balls when we play, but he's had the better of it lately. So
Well, I
except
tell
for
you what,
that,
I can't.
except for
I
that game
do.
at the end of the season last year when we blew him away, that was great.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I firmly believe that the last game of this year, which is actually next year, the last game of this year, if we have a quarterback that's not named Minshew playing in that game, that the Garglers will get their ass kicked. Just maybe not quite as bad as when they wanted to get rid of their coach. Not quite as bad, but it's going to be horrible. If you have somebody other than Minshew play those games, and I don't care if it's Ritter, I don't care if it's AOC 12, but if you have
Tom Brady.
somebody, if Brady came in and played that game, I don't think he could because of being
No.
the owner. They couldn't do it. But I tell you what, you have a quarterback other than Gardner Minshew play that game, and the Raiders are going to be so pissed because they gave that first game away just like they gave the game away against the Rams. That was a win. That was a winnable game. It was a winnable game.
We've had a lot of winnable games, but just stupid mistakes. You know, and it's not even like it's the penalties either, because we weren't really that, unless the last couple of games, unfortunately. But even the penalties going in, the first good part of the season, we weren't that bad with penalties. We were one of the lowest penalized teams in the league until we played teams like Kansas City, and then we played against the Chargers, and then we have 10 or 12 penalties last week against the against the Sheeps, right? I think it was about 12 penalties. It was a lot more than usual. I know that.
I didn't. The last couple games, I didn't see. Like I said, I didn't see a lot. I saw like about 20 minutes of the Steelers game, so I was working that night. I saw about the second half and not quite the end of the Donkey game, and because I turned off and watched the Phillies. And this last week, I saw Sunday. It wasn't Sunday Ticket. It was like Sunday Red Zone, but they had a lot of the Raider game on. But I didn't see. And every time they would have something good show up, like, oh, good replay. No, they would cut to another game. So it was hard to watch, but it was just the way it was. Ooh, Jeff, I don't. Oh, okay, thank God.
I'm
Jeff's
still
coming
here.
back.
No,
wanted
you
to
went
say-
black on my screen. I lost you. Oh no, yeah.
Okay, well, I lost you too. So there we go. And we are coming to the end of the show. That was not. You saw my hands. I did not get rid of Jeff.
I know.
I did not get rid of Jeff. So anyway, the LA Lambs are winning 28-20. There's 3 minutes to go, and they have the ball. And oh my God,
that was a nice catch.
Catch. Yeah, great catch. So it looks like.
And look, and here's a perfect example of last week to now. So you got Minnesota, a 5-1 team, going in and playing against the Rams. But now this week the Rams are back at full strength, though, because you got Cooper Kupp back, you got Puka Nacua back. Everything seems to be going their way now. If we would have played the Rams last week with both of those guys in, and the way our defense and our secondary's been, we would have got destroyed. I can tell you that right now. But Minnesota, who's a decent team, the defense is good, and they're just getting toyed with right now. You know, they can't cover these two guys. Having both of them back is huge for them. I'm glad they weren't playing last Sunday, although we still lost anyway, but still.
Yeah.
Just
they threw it. Jeff, I'm about 4 minutes out from a 2-hour show.
all right, man.
Thank you for coming in, brother. It's good
No
to
problem.
hear from you again, Jeff LaFontaine
problem.
of the New England Raider Boosters. Tell your boy with the beard as well. Tell him I said hello as well.
Jason? You talking about Jason?
Jason Goff. Yeah,
Yep.
Jason Goff.
Yep.
Make sure tell him I said well.
He stepped down as president this year. He stepped down as president of the club. I've been acting president since like March of this year.
Okay, well, it's good that I have a good rapport with the presidents.
Yeah, he felt as though 20 years was a good run because we just had our 20th anniversary week 1 of this season. So we've been a club for 20 years now. So I've been in it since 2006. So I'm 18 years.
I want a Scully like you have.
I got to order more. I don't have any more of these. We got to order more.
Logo. I love that logo. I want a Scully. I got to get you out because I got to get in under 2 hours.
Hey, message me on Facebook or whatever. I want to talk to you. I want to send you some stuff too. So have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Bye. Take care. Thanks again, Jeff. That's Jeff LaFontaine and New England Raider Boosters. And yeah, KC says he can't wait to meet you. I got to get out of here so I can definitely get in under 2 hours. Thank you for being here on this Thursday, for watching. If you're on IG, thank you, X. Good to see you over there as well. KCX Factor was over there on IG, and Spam Biter over there as well from Miami area. Good to see everybody. Take care. I will be back Sunday, probably either very happy that the Raiders did the surprise of the football season, just like they did on Christmas, or we will have another fuckity fuck show here on the channel. Hey, thanks again. KCX says go Chiefs. Good night to you as well, brother. Take care, everybody. You know where the channel is. Come in and talk. It's just like China says, it's coffee talk. No big whoop. No big whoop. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday. Be well.